hit on any models. Like after like kind of like following on Instagram, just messaging them like, "Hey, sweetie, like how are you? Can we go for a coffee?" Yeah.
Curious about that a little bit. Like, did you just wake up one day and I'm like, I'm going to be more confident than I was before?
Also, like after doing that runway contest, I guess even that has helped me to. I just felt so bad about myself because even my grades started to.
Influencer Insight shares the battles, stories, success of the models, influencers, and entrepreneurs as they find the balance of being influential leaders today while creating long-lasting impact for the future.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another session of Influencer Insights, where I have Nabil Royez from Calgary. Presently, anyway, he's out there doing some schooling, does some modeling part-time. He also does some coaching with branding and that sort of thing, he's been telling me. So we're really glad to have Nabil come in and tell us about his story, where he's from, and how he got started modeling and how that's going for him there. So welcome, Nabil.
Thank you, Ben, and thank you for inviting me for the show. And I'm really excited to share my experience.
Well, we're so excited to have you share it. So thank you for joining me tonight. I know it schedules are, especially you were telling me you're moving and you're doing school and summer's coming to an end. So there's all kinds of chaos in the world, right? But tell us a little bit about yourself, Nabil, where you're from and how you got started into modeling and that kind of thing. And
Yeah, actually, I'm from India, so I came here for my studies. So
right
I'm
on.
currently doing my PhD in microbiology and infectious diseases at University of Calgary. So basically, my project is about like developing a diagnostic platform to detect several species, so that like it will be so accessible for like remote settings and resource limited areas. And as of now, I'm doing full-time studies, but I'm also doing part-time modeling.
Right
So
on.
I'm a fashion and commercial model. So my brand focuses mainly on lifestyle, sports, and also like I'm very flexible with almost all brands. So I
Nice.
don't have any specific. And apart from that, I also train and coach models by means of giving them some ideas to how to build their portfolio and also how to identify. So this we call personal branding. And also I help them in training with some basic runway walk. I'm also involved in training them in creating some new poses for them, because most of the models like they just do some creative shoots, but that photos are not aligning well with clients' expectations.
Right.
So I just help them to pose and create a portfolio which is specific for their brand so that clients will choose them. Apart from that, I'm also a mental health advocate. So I'm a founder of Noble Mind Care organization. So we advocate and support for mental health, and so far we also increasing funds to support mental health and also anti-bullying programs in several like universities and colleges. So this I started back in India, but slowly I'm kind of expanding my organization here
Into
too.
Canada.
So I'm hopefully like reach more people who are suffering mental health issues.
That's awesome. So this he's got the brains, he's got the good looks, and he's got the loving to help other people. So that's awesome there, Nabil. Thank you for the work you do there. So if you don't mind taking me back a little bit. So when you were in India, did you start modeling over there, or did you do that when you came to Canada, or how did that part work for you?
No, I was a professional model back in India.
Okay.
So I have had like lots of experience. I usually did like commercials and fashion photo shoots, and I also participated in runway contests. We also like called for male models, we call it as pageant contest too. But here in Canada, we don't mention that as pageant show for men. So I also hold a title. I just like one title there like during that contest. And
Cool.
yeah, so only from there like I started to have that passion of having to like train models to walk, because like I'm not 6 foot tall, so I can't just go and walk in like any runway shows. So it's just like very specific, or it based on like context of that show or concept. But they like my walk, so I usually like use my talent to like train models in like to walk and how to pose like that. Yeah, so I did some photo shoots and commercials there, and also I faced some ups and downs, and kind of clients also like had some issues. But after that, I came here for my studies. So then I signed contract with Numa, I'm having great experience here. To be honest, like here, the whole industry is like very professional. So we have like everything based on contract basis.
Right.
Whereas in India, it's like anytime they will cancel a shoot or anytime they will make some changes at last moment. So it really like pisses me off.
Okay.
The professionalism is really like very high here, so which I really enjoy.
Nice. It's a little more organized over here anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah. So did you like starting as a professional model in India? Did you start as that as a kid, or did you come into that later in life, or how did that part come together?
It's later in life.
Just
Pardon?
decide to do that? Did you want to do that, or was it?
Yeah. To be honest, I really didn't have that passion of doing modeling, but if you know, like many people, they just think like, okay, I just want to become an actor or model. Like in general, like everyone has that kind of wish, but they
Mhm.
usually like don't execute that because they
Yes.
think like it's not like possible for everyone.
Right.
So the
True.
same thing is also for me. So I didn't expect that I will become a model, but all of a sudden, like I just thought of like, okay, let's try and see because I have an interest of doing startup like business or also like if I come to like mental health
Sure.
advocacy, I just want a platform to promote and to reach people. So I just thought like if I enter into modeling field, I can become a known face among the community or society so that
Yes.
I can use that platform to create awareness for mental health and also help people. So it's not just about like me becoming famous
Spotlight.
and like showing my body or face and
That's
like
just a
posting
bonus, right?
several. Yeah, it's just like I just want to help people and also I
Cool.
just want to make some change in a society because I have faced a lot in my past life and
Hmm.
I usually don't want that to happen for others.
Sure.
So that's the reason I started a modeling. But also the another main reason is that previously I was not like so confident and I'm usually like so sensitive.
I
So
don't know if I
even if
believe that, but anyway. Okay.
yeah, but like yeah, that's how I'm now. But like before I'm very used to be like kind of a very sensitive person and I usually like cry a lot when
Okay.
someone when someone like even shouts at me or even
Oh no.
talks bad about me or like something like even if they gossip, I just feel like okay, they're talking something about me. So what did
Right.
I do? So I'm very sensitive. Like not now. I was
Yeah.
sensitive before, but even now I'm slightly sensitive, but I don't show that outside.
Right.
So previously, like everyone knows my vulnerable side. So
Right.
they take that as my like they know my weakness, so they played with that. But this modeling industry like really helped me a lot to like to build that confidence and also to show that attitude. You should be like professional like that. So when
Yes.
I'm going for shooting, I just like show my attitude face and like but of course I will smile when I see people, but I don't like talk much. If I'm talking to my friends or like my close circle, I'll be totally different. I show my all my like very childish side and
Right. Let loose a
everything.
little bit.
Yeah, so I guess that's how like the modeling experience have transformed me. So from that very insecure, sensitive person to a very confident and strong guy now.
Good for you. Wow. Did you find that the confidence thing came pretty quickly, or did you take some modeling classes and stuff like that, how to be more, out there and that sort of thing? Or
Yeah, so initially when I started, like when I want to start modeling, I approached an agency, but I also underwent I guess I took some workshop, like it's like 3 day workshop, but just
nice.
1 hour each day through Zoom. But after attending that, I just felt like it's not worth like I can also like gain that knowledge during the experience.
Yes.
But yeah, so I just felt like the money which I spent on that was not like that worth enough to learn. But after that, I started getting some offers. For that, I had a photo shoot like for my portfolio to build my portfolio. And I was lucky enough because during that portfolio shoot, my photographer was also a model. So he trained me in
Cool.
all aspects, like how to pose and how to like walk and how to show that confidence and even that high muscles, like the model look and that face structure, everything like he just like helped me to like pose in front of camera, but it took at least 3-4 photo shoots. It's not like immediately like within that one photo shoot.
Right.
So the first photo shoot was so weird for me. So after seeing my photos, like I was not happy. Then I again like arranged second photo shoot with him, and I did a studio shoot, and that came out really well. So it's only like after 3-4 photo shoots, like I started to gain that confidence to pose in front of camera. Then that's only like 10-20% I can say, but still I need more confidence, right? So I also got like offers like documentary and other commercials, but still I was a bit shy during that time.
Sure.
So I was not kind of entirely giving my best.
Right.
So I guess it took like more than 1.5 years for me to like to face that criticism and gain the confidence, and
Yes.
also like talk. Like I usually never like talk much on sets back in
Right.
India. I was very childish at that time. So so even like people like when they just like put some makeup on my face, I look like a child. So
That's
so
not a
that's the
bad thing. A lot of people wish for being able to do that, right? So yeah.
yeah, but the thing is like they still tell me like you are a model, so you should uh, show some attitude, and you should also like talk with confidence and don't feel shy. And I guess like because of that reason, like shyness, I guess like I myself declined so many offers
Mm,
because I was not confident initially.
right. Kind of
So
limited yourself
yeah,
from doing more than
yeah,
you could, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, even that time, like it was COVID too in between.
Right.
So I guess that during COVID time, the India had a very huge market for modeling. So
Oh,
everyone like they were doing COVID related commercials like sanitizers and like
right.
all
Yeah.
like
All the stuff.
medicine, coughing syrup. So, so I guess like the modeling industry got that chance to boost their like their market,
Yeah.
and I also like got so many offers, but still I was very hesitant to take, especially the COVID time. Like I was not even interested to take any photo shoots because like I guess I was also volunteering for COVID-19
Right.
diagnostics, and also I was preparing to come here like to Calgary. So I was not having much time to do modeling, but I tried my best to take like very few photo shoots and video shoots. So yeah.
Curious about that a little bit. Like, did you, I don't know, were you like listening to something, or did you just wake up one day and I'm like, I'm going to be more confident than I was before? Or did you decide to do it? Or do you remember the moment that it changed for you? Or,
No, it took time because, as I said, when I kept on doing like photo shoots, from that photo shoot, like I gained confidence. So
okay.
it's not like about like video shoot or anything, but
Right.
also like after doing that runway contest, I guess even that has helped me to.
Hey, models. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope that you're enjoying the episode. It's Ben here. I just wanted to invite you to the Influencer and Model Support Group on Facebook, where we've got a great growing community of people looking to help support, share tips and tricks on how to grow, become, and develop as a model. So go on Facebook, type in the search Influencer and Model Support Group, and you'll find us. Click join, you'll be added in, and you're going to find a great community of people to support you in your journey.
Explore myself and to
Right.
see like where I was lagging and where I need to improve.
Right.
So that also like it helped me to transform me into a better version.
Right.
And after winning the title and also doing some commercial and photo shoots, I just got like that attitude automatically. Like I'm now a big model, like
Yeah. Got psyched up.
being like that. So I just got that attitude.
That's all
And
right.
also, yeah, and also like when I started like posting on Instagram and like WhatsApp, so
Sure.
many people like appreciate, like I'm so proud of you, like you're a big star, rock star,
Yeah.
like that also kind of
No big deal, eh?
yeah.
Hey,
So
that's
yeah,
cool.
but there are also like many haters like who like commented nasty stuff like
Yes.
on
There's
post,
always those
like
people.
yeah, like yeah, I know like those people, they just like came with their fake accounts and like they just
Yeah.
comment some stuff, but I didn't take it seriously. Like I usually like take a screenshot, I just like post it on my story and like publicly like just like show it to everyone, and also tag pin the comment on my post so that like people will see that.
Haters gonna hate, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it was not like kind of one day moment. It took some time for me to
Okay.
gain the confidence and attitude.
Cool.
But after coming here, the experience like it totally changed. Like
Wow.
I guess like around 60% I gained confidence back in India. But I guess that travel itself like made me, I didn't even add any feeling during the travel. Like I just thought like when I'm moving from India to Canada, like all alone during COVID time,
Yeah.
I might feel so low, I might cry or something like
Yeah.
that.
No kidding.
I didn't feel anything. Like I was kind of really senseless.
Hmm.
Like there's nothing to feel like happy or excited or
Right.
even like anxious. So I was like sitting like one senseless fellow just inside that plane, and I
Just
just
focused on
navigated.
what you're doing.
Yeah. So after coming here, only like I just okay, oh my shit, like how did I manage to come that long without having any feelings?
No kidding.
Yeah, then I just like even though after coming here, I was not having that confidence to approach agencies, because when it comes to international, we should have like 6 foot tall height for
Right.
men,
Right.
which I'm not 6 foot tall. So I was thinking like, should I really need to apply to any agencies, or will I really get opportunities like that? But when I started to post on Instagrams and like other social media, I guess I got offers from like agencies, like modeling and casting agencies. They just started to DM me.
Cool.
Again, since it was a like new place for me, I was not sure whether I can really trust this particular agency, or whether I should take some time to do some background work.
Yeah.
Uh, then I just like heard about Numan, about like non-exclusive, exclusive difference, and okay, for me it's like non-exclusive is best, because I'm also like open to work outside, like freelance work, like freelance
Sure.
modeling.
Sure.
So I just don't want to get trapped into that exclusive agencies. So that's why I just signed contract with Numa. And soon after that, I started to get offers. Like I guess like I got more opportunities here than in India, to be
Oh
honest.
wow. Awesome.
Yeah, so I guess like clients have chosen me, and like whatever castings I applied, most
Right.
of projects clients have chosen me, and I worked on that.
Yep.
And also the time also matters, right? Because I'm also doing my PhD, so I can't take all kinds of photo shoots or video shoots. So I'm very like picky in taking based on the budget, based on the brand.
Yes. That's kind of nice though.
So
You could do that.
yeah, yeah. So I guess after coming here, my confidence level like increase even
More and
more
more.
than 100%, or like even I
Yeah.
could say like 200%.
So did you land in Canada and be like, okay, I'm just gonna check out the modeling thing, or did like you just posted some pictures and people started reaching out when you got here, kind of thing, or
Yeah, I just started posting pictures on my Instagram.
cool.
Actually, I'm having my own team, like managing team who manages my social media and my modeling too. So
Nice.
So they also like get work outside of agencies. Like if any client is approaching or any brand is approaching, they will be having the communication
Oh wow.
and set up the calendars, and they check whether it's legitimate or whether I can really take that offer.
Right.
That also helped me to choose the agency, which agency will be good and which clients I can say yes to.
Right. So what would have been the first job in Canada that you got to do?
Okay, like I guess when I signed a contract with the with Numa, I started to apply for almost all castings, like even like food campaigns or like pizza shop or food related stuff, and
Yeah.
everything like kind of like campaign shoots. I started to apply to prove that clients are taking me,
Yes.
trying to show myself like I'm getting booked. I guess the first shoot was Presto Pie Pizzeria. It's a pizza shop, I guess. So I just shot that for a social media campaign, and after
Cool.
that, I started to get similar like some hair spa shoot, and also I had some cool photo shoots with some photographers. I also did Subaru brand, which is one of my biggest brand in my list. But before that, I didn't even know about Subaru. So when I just like asked my close friends, like, do you know what Subaru brand is? Like they were like kind of
Yeah,
6 foot talk and
I
stuff.
don't know
Like,
about that
dude, that's one
one.
of the biggest brands in Canada. So you should take that. Then only
Yeah,
okay. But that was really a great experience
for
because
sure.
I shot that at minus 40 degrees Celsius. Very first
Welcome to
time.
Canada.
Yeah. Minus 40 near Banff, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cold when you're out there minus
Yeah.
40. So, good experience though. Then you know how much you want to do with that kind of stuff too, right? So,
Yeah.
so you've had a lot of experience coming, from India, moving here, jumping right back into modeling in Calgary. What are some things that you think people need to know? If they're just starting modeling or if they're just looking at getting into it, being a coach yourself, you probably have some advice for people when they start out. What are some things that people should be doing right away if they want to get into modeling?
Yeah. I guess like first of all, if anyone wants to start modeling, the first question arises is that whether I have potential to do modeling, whether I have look, whether I
Right.
should spend money on that. So I guess the most of that issue comes around the investment part.
Mm,
I guess like most people who approach me on Instagram, they ask me whether I need to invest money on this, how much it takes. I don't want to invest money. Is there any other way I can start modeling without investment? But thing
right.
is like modeling is also a kind of business, right? So
Yes.
without investing, we can't do anything.
Right. Got to grow
That people are
yourself.
not understanding. So they also like blame agencies for not helping that. So because like we are our own brand, so each individual has their own identity. They are like beautiful to their own, like how they look at themselves.
Right.
So I guess they should build their own brand. That's how I help them to find what's their brand and how to build that.
Nice.
So I guess if people are very concerned with spending money, I feel like they should not think a lot about that. If they are really passionate, they should consider investing some money. But I can also understand that some models don't have financial background to support or to spend money on.
Right.
But in that case, they can do TFP shoots with photographers who are
Right.
willing to like do that. So in some way, like there are some methods that we can go and get the portfolio done and start modeling. But they should first of all talk to people. Like it's not just judging themselves, like thinking whether I have potential, whether I have the looks to do it. So if they
Right.
keep on like, doubting themselves and starting, then they don't have that confidence, right? So ultimately, that won't help them even if they get some offers.
Right on.
So for me, as I said, my photographer was there, who was also a model, who helped me to like pose, who helped me to like stand in front of camera. So I'm really very grateful even now because
Yes.
like he really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And he also like reduced the charge of my portfolio. Like he didn't like charge me more for that
Oh,
shoots.
right.
So he just like reduced it. So I guess like, you should talk with like photographers, and only if you have passion, only if you have that uh, kind of fire in you to start that
Yeah.
modeling and achieve something big. Like without the purpose, it's impossible to
That's
step
right.
further. Right? So we
Can't
should
move
have
forward.
some purpose. So I have purpose of like achieving something about like mental health advocacy. So using this platform to promote that and also to promote my business if I'm starting in future. So I
Sure.
have some purpose in my life. So it's not just about okay, I'm just want to become model and just stand in front of camera and just post on Instagram. Like that's how like most models are doing. They're doing creative photo shoots, which is fine.
Yeah.
For Instagram, they can use it. But if you really want to get into like commercial side or a kind of fashion photo shoot, then you should be having some creative mindset of making money, right? So
Yes.
that money should take you first of all. So that's the reason I feel the model should not judge first of all, and they should not doubt themselves. And if they're really interested, you should invest on that. And if not, there's also like so many ways which you can make it possible without spending money to, but just talk with professionals, the industry, or just try applying. That's
Right.
the only way like we get to know whether we have the like opportunities to explore in the industry and become big or not.
Right.
Otherwise, it's not a cup of tea to like
Yeah. Yeah.
stay in
I've
the
kind of
industry. Like, yeah,
I've said on this podcast a few times, I'm like you talk to somebody who's done the modeling, how to get started. And it's like, this isn't a full-time job, right? Like you got to
yeah,
build this yourself, right? And I think that's
yeah,
kind of a key piece, and it takes that investment, like you say, right? So
yeah. Because this industry is very competitive and we are not sure, like even myself, I'm getting opportunities now. Maybe after 5 or 10 years later, I get dished out of the industry because each and every year there are new faces coming up
mhm.
and clients need unique faces,
Yes,
not generic faces. There are many generic faces. That's why I also feel like many models who are like signed with agencies, but they're not getting opportunities because they're not building their portfolio. I mean, they're not updating that, and they're expecting clients to choose based on 3, 4 photos
right.
which they add to the portfolio,
Yeah,
and then complaining that agency is not helping and agency is not doing anything. Like agency is nothing there to like help you out because it's your brand. As I said, everything is about brand. So
right.
it's your image, it's your brand. So you need to build your own. It's very competitive industry, so you should make it unique so that clients will choose you. So if you just copy the poses or the concept from already like existing photo shoots,
Everything that's done. Yeah,
yeah, it's like very generic, right?
yeah.
So that's why like many like female models they just do like posting like this, like this. Like it's not like very common. Like just do
Yeah,
some like if you're interested in commercial modeling
yeah.
for advertisements, do something realistic like lifestyle photo shoots.
Sure.
Just like doing some creative photo shoots, like sitting in a tub and like taking shower and taking photos, like that and all like won't work among clients. Like maybe it can help you to gain followers on Instagram, but it won't help among clients to get booked.
Right. Yeah, people aren't. They're not looking for that kind of attention, right? When they're looking to
Yeah.
build a brand. So
Yeah, there are actually so many models having like many followers,
yeah,
not just posting these kind of photos or photo shoot.
yeah.
But
You're
but thing is like
attracting the wrong
yeah, but
people.
thing is
Just
like
saying.
yeah, but thing is like they're not even utilizing that platform. They're having so many followers. They can at least use that platform to promote or make some money. They're
Right.
just posting those photos only
Yeah.
for the photos, but not doing any productive work.
I've got 1 million followers, but I haven't made $1. So what's the point, eh? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a really good point. And I think the social media world, it's so. I mean, anybody can blow up and
yeah,
a celebrity, but I mean, to take that to a level of, hey, how do I create some income with this, or how
yeah.
do I develop myself into, like you say, more of a business? That's a whole other step, right? So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if like in person, like a physical modeling, like commercial or fashion or runway modeling,
yeah,
if it depends, right? Like for some models, like they get into runway because of high, but some models they get into commercial. But there will be some models like who won't get like much opportunities, but
right,
so they can start Instagram modeling.
yeah,
So I guess for that they can do whatever shit they want. Like it's not
yeah,
necessary to be like, or at least like use that followers to build your image and also like promote some stuff to make money.
right,
It's not just like you're giving your content for free.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
There's enough people doing that as it is. We don't need
yeah,
like, yeah, no, that's some good advice. I think that's something to take heart, and yeah, especially in the social media world, it's not going anywhere, but they use that beneficially. I think is something that we definitely need to
yeah.
talk more about. So, what are some things that you think, besides the watching how much you post online and stuff, but what are some other things you think people should be cautious of, or areas people got stuck or had issues before getting started?
So I guess modeling industry is a kind of very sexualized industry. So it's also like some models will face harassment, some models will face some kind of assaults.
Yeah,
I'm not talking anything about like in Canada. I'm saying in general, like because I also
sure.
work internationally, so I'm working talking in general. Like in modeling industry, I guess like female models are a high number than male models. Like we all know that. So I guess like clients like usually some clients like they just expect models to do whatever they want.
No.
Otherwise they will blackmail like if you're not doing this, I won't make you famous, you won't get work or something
Right.
like that. I have heard this kind of thing from models like
Oh man.
previously. But some models will accept that and some models will decline their choice. But I guess like if you're into that kind of position to be safe, I usually like keep my root face so that like I won't people won't get to use me or take advantage of me.
Sure.
And also I usually avoid taking group photo shoots. I either choose solo photo shoot or maybe with 2 or 3 models, but not like group photo shoots like only male or only female like that. It depends on the concept, but I'm saying like some concepts will be like kind of calendar shoot means like they do a lot of very sexualized concept, which I don't prefer like to do group photo
Sure.
shoots in that time.
Yep. Yep.
And also I given advice of if you're doing any photo shoot and after finishing that, it's okay to connect with models or photographers or whoever it is. Connection is a big asset in industry. Networking, but just maintain it in a professional way. Don't go more personal and don't try to hit on any models like after like kind of like following on Instagram, just messaging them like, hey sweetie, like how are you? Can we go for a coffee? Like that's something like it's very like
Doesn't
some models
go.
like yeah, like some male models do that. Like they especially enter the industry just to like talk with female models. Like just so that's
Boys.
yeah. I just find that to be like very
Unprofessional.
unprofessional.
Yeah.
So even it spoils your image.
Yeah.
So I feel like you should maintain your professionalism throughout the photo shoot, even after that.
Yeah.
Like don't even like show your playboy or playgirl anything like that side of yours to anyone.
Right.
Because you should show your attitude face, your confident face all the time, at
Yes.
least in front of people or clients or like models or whoever it is. Like just show as if you're very confident and you're not involved in any unwanted work.
Right.
And that's part of like modeling, I'd say. But when it comes to social media, I know like for models, like social media like Instagram or TikTok is important to make some followers and
Yeah.
also money. But I think like again, it's good to have a professional account, not like using same personal as a professional account, because I know like some models like they accept all message requests and responding to everyone, and which is sometimes dangerous, I say,
Sure.
because like some people genuinely like won't be talking in a way like they really want some information or they just want to play with you. And also some models like really like that person, like if that's a girl, a beautiful girl, they just like respond to that, they talk, and that will be like taken in a screenshot form and starts to circulate like everywhere, so that again like creates some controversy or it will damage the image of a model.
Right.
So I feel like just respond to messages if it's relevant to your field and if anyone is asking any questions regarding modeling or any tips. But other than that, just like hi, how are you? I usually don't even like accept the request.
Yeah. That's pretty
So
good advice.
yeah, because for me, I'm not a social media person. I hate social media. So only for my modeling like work, I created one account and that's a professional account. I don't have personal. So I don't post anything personal. I don't share any personal things. Sometimes I share on my story, but it's not too much personal. If anyone is having like both professional and personal accounts, that would be like better than having just one account and doing both together. It's not good for
Good point.
me.
Try and
Yeah.
keep the modeling stuff separate from what you do in your daily life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's good because it's a lot of people can go down a road pretty quickly, pretty fast into the wrong places. And
Yeah.
like you say, that I think the screenshotting thing, that's a good one to note there, because if you say something or if you're
Yeah.
however you act online, I mean,
Yeah.
somebody can use
It
that
might,
against you, right? Like,
yeah. It might be someone who doesn't even like you.
yeah,
And
exactly.
someone like who studied during your high school or university
Right.
wants to take revenge, like
Yep.
catfishing.
Yeah, exactly. No.
So don't get involved in that. Like I know, like, of course the profile looks good, but just try to like control your fantasy and be
Yeah,
professional.
that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Keep the mind in the right place all the time, right?
Yeah.
So, oh, very good. Very good. You've talked a little bit and mentioned that you've got a organization you've started for mental health and that sort of thing. What about Nabil and kind of your own mental health journey? What are some things that you've experienced and been through that's been tough, and how have you been able to work through that a little bit?
Yeah, the reason why I started mental health advocacy is because I personally experienced that depression and anxiety issues previously.
Okay.
That's the reason, because like most people do this advocacy thing only if they have experience, right? Like not
Sure.
some random people who never experience, they won't be having the kind of interest or passion. Of course, they might support, but not effectively involved into
Don't know.
advocacy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I experienced that like during my, I guess like from my school days till my undergraduation. I feel like most people, like, they didn't like me, uh, including students. But of course, at some point, it started to influence my mind,
Right.
and I went into like depression during my college days, and I started to take pills, and I gained 82 kgs weight. I started to
Oh
like
man.
feel like a very like a rice ball, I can
Yeah.
say. My face, everything got like big. So
Puffed out.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, at least in Canada, like we don't like mention anything very offensive, like kind of fat or kind of
Yeah.
word.
You can't say that.
Yeah, we can't even say that. But in India, it's very normal to like call anyone like fat or
Oh
slim.
really?
Like even they call like if anyone is so slim, they call them as like broomstick. If they're
Yeah.
like
Your
so fat,
pencil.
like they're like rice ball. So people really don't like care much. But if it's going up like beyond the limit, then of course it starts to affect your mind.
Yes,
So I
sure
guess
does.
in that way, I guess, yeah. So people start to like kind of pull me down and start to like blame me for everything. And
Oh man.
I was not feeling very positive whenever I went to my school or whenever I went to my university.
Right.
So I just felt only negative energy around me.
Right.
So I just start to like, when I come back home, I start to feel that voices and like kind of imaginations,
Yeah,
hallucinations,
for sure.
everything. So I guess I was battling that for 1.5 years. Then after that, I just felt so bad about myself because even my grades started to
Drop.
reduce, and
Oh no.
even like people start to judge me because like in India, like if anyone is openly saying like I'm
What's
facing
happening
mental
to Bill? He hasn't been pulling his weight around here, eh?
yeah.
Yeah,
So observe the difference, like before how I was slim and suddenly
sure.
how I gained weight. And that also kind of added into that list of getting bullied.
Yes.
And apart from that, I feel even like there's lots of kind of judgmental thoughts. Like in India, like we can't even talk about mental health because till now, like I guess more than 80% of people, they think like it's mental health something is not even exist.
Hmm. Weird.
So I can't even tell or talk about that to anyone.
Right.
Some of my classmates, they called me psycho without
Yeah,
even like I didn't tell them anything, but they just start to
they
call
could
me
see it.
psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's the reason like it was so becoming like so severe day by day. Then I just like start to even end my life at some point. But
Oh my.
after yeah, but after that, like I just realized like why I should end my life because of these people.
Yeah.
And also when I realized my grades are like started to drop, and my passion of like going abroad and studying further also like getting confused. So I just thought like I should do something. I should not be like this. I need to
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
This is not me. So I
Yeah.
am a future. I should somehow go abroad and study. I should make some big impact. So I
Wow.
guess that's what like made me to like start that initial step of
Yeah.
dropping all the medications, pills, and everything. And after stopping that, my weight started to reduce automatically.
Wow.
Then I start to hit gym. Then after that, only like I again like started to resume modeling and start to get some jobs.
How long did you kind of stay in that depressed state where you were feeling that way? Was it a couple of years, or was it like a 6 month span, or
I
do you
guess it
remember?
was around 1.5 years,
Okay.
1.5 to 2 years.
Yeah.
It was started like a depression. Then after that, doctors said like it was kind of schizophrenia or bipolar, something like that, but they didn't confirm. But I was experiencing voices, hallucinations, like something like telling inside my ears as if
Oh
like
my.
you are not worth to live, you are a very bad person, no one
Oh
likes
my.
you, like that. I could hear those voices before. I'm not sure because like doctors said like it is a very permanent disorder, so it's not
Yeah.
possible to cure it. But I somehow like managed to come out of it by following meditation and spirituality.
Okay.
uh, I don't think so I'm completely out of that even now, but it's not like bothering me. Like even if I'm hearing any voices or any
Yeah.
object, it's like, okay, it's you, fine.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm sorry that you had to go
Yeah.
through stuff like that because it's no fun. But you mentioned meditation and stuff. Like, is that kind of your routine that you go through that has kind of helped, or what else do you do to kind of mitigate that
Yeah.
or stay strong?
I guess I was not the kind of person who liked to do meditation. Like no one really like have that interest to do that.
The
But I
bell does that?
somehow
What are you
pushed
talking about?
my yeah, I somehow pushed myself like starting spirituality first.
Good for you.
So especially like, during the COVID time, the spirituality helped me a lot. Uh, like mentally to keep me strong,
Yeah.
and I just followed I just changed all my food routine, like only vegetarian food I need to eat, that to like dairy based like milk, yogurt, like that. And
Cool.
I should not wear like very dark colored clothes,
Right.
so like clothes. And usually like listen and watch motivational videos
Good.
and see like how we need to like adapt that information in my life. So I just learned a lot from that. Like so that was also one part of my life which really transformed me and also helped me to survive in the modeling industry and also like
For
in
sure.
my research and everywhere. But meditation, it's like I'm using guided meditation. I just wear my headphones and I just follow whatever that guided meditation says.
Cool.
It's really nice because the voice is so soothing and it's so nice. Sometimes I use that to sleep. I
Nice.
don't even do meditation, but I just use that to sleep.
Yep.
So I guess the last 2 days, due to that move in, move out stuff, I really got even more so stressed after a very long time. I never experienced like that before
Wow.
because like at least like before someone will be there to help me out or at least to talk if I'm having any issues or if I'm feeling something wrong about what I feel today.
Right.
Yesterday I actually cried. To be honest, I just cried and
Let
I
it all
just called
go.
my mom, my grandmother, and like start to like talk everything. But because like, I can't even express how I feel
Yeah.
to others here because like I don't want to create an impression of being weak because
Right.
like there are many people out there who come to me and talk about
Yeah.
their feelings because they think like they get some good solution. They feel better if they're talking to me.
Yeah.
So if I'm like kind of crying and
If you're
showing
the
my
broken one.
weakness, like people will be okay. This guy is like
Yeah.
so weak that we should not like. So I just sometimes usually like don't talk to any random people. It's just only like two or three in my circle I have whom I can show my vulnerable side and talk with.
Good.
But ultimately, like it won't. I won't like share my entire personal things. It's just I want someone to like just be with me and listen to what
Yeah.
I say, or at
Yeah.
least just to go out for a walk.
Yeah.
That helps a lot. So that's
Clear
why
the head
because
a
like
little bit.
now, yeah, I just prefer to have some human interaction or some humans around me. Like even if we are not talking, it's fine. I
Right.
just want some human presence around me. If it's not there, if I'm alone, I just feel like I'm getting a panic attack.
Oh man. Yeah, you got to release that, or otherwise it catch up to you again, eh? But it's important to the things that you're doing. I think the bill is that's huge, and I think something that we can advocate over and over again to other people. Right? Is first off, it's just deciding that I can change this. I don't want to live like this anymore, right? And then working those steps, like you say, motivational stuff or inspirational spirituality, bringing yourself down to kind of a grounding and stuff in life. That because most people need to work on their mental health just to get to a level where they're operational. I'm impressed because you decided to go modeling on top of that, so that's a whole nother level on top. But it's a great example to use, though, right? So
actually, like the modeling also helps me a lot to balance that stress.
Sure.
Because usually, like even during nighttime, if I'm doing any photo shoots, I won't feel stressed or I won't feel overwhelmed, because the photo shoots are always like fun. It just entertains your mind.
Yes.
But same thing, if I'm doing anything about my research or science, I feel so stressed out.
Yes,
I can't
of course.
time and
Lots of pressure.
So I guess I guess both modeling and spirituality like helped me a lot to rule out those stress and depression.
Yep.
And getting those confidence. I guess like especially spirituality helps you a lot when you're alone. And you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't want to share to anyone, but you just want to be strong by yourself. Then I guess spirituality plays a major part in your life.
You realize that even if you're physically alone, you're not always alone, right? There's always something else out there. No, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I know those are vulnerable moments, and you don't look weak. You look incredibly strong for sharing your story, put it that way. So what's the next kind of few years for Nabil? What do you got in the plans besides, finishing school and that kind of thing? Do you have other goals that you want to hit, or?
Right now I'm excited to I'm just doing my PhD, so I'm planning to start a business soon. I'm not sure how it goes and whether it's possible.
Cool.
But whatever I taught, I always executed that in my life. So it's not like just I think and just leave it as such. So this is also on my list that I should start a business, and whatever I create in my project, I will just commercialize it. And it's also like for public domain to help people when it comes to health. Diagnostic platform will be so helpful. So I just thought of doing that along with mental health. I'm also planning to create an app and make use of that for people who really need to access resources, because I know there are resources out there, but there are some people who are not comfortable to approach police, even like professionals, because those professionals, they can't hear you or connect with you personally because their answers will be so generic to everyone.
Yes.
So there are many people who are not comfortable to like approach or contact the resources. So we are also like planning some kind of app to rule out that limitations and to reach out like people. And we are also like open to talk to them personally and help them to make them feel better.
That's awesome. Wow, what a gift to give back to the world, right? So how do people get a hold of Nabil if they want to follow you, if they want to support you? Do you have best way to contacting you and stuff?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, so my ID is Nabil or official. So that's the only platform which I'm usually like bother to respond. I do have Facebook, but I'm not using that for my modeling stuff. And I'm on TikTok, but zero videos, zero photos. So
you don't dance on TikTok? What are you saying?
Yeah. I don't like TikTok. To be honest, I don't like TikTok.
Fair enough.
As soon as I open the app, I'm just seeing only a lot of unwanted shit. So I just use TikTok.
Everybody trying to get famous
Instagram. Instagram is the only platform where you can connect and talk about modeling or mental health.
Back to your note before, if somebody's reaching out to Nabil on Instagram, make sure you put, "Hey, I heard you on a podcast," so that he knows that it's not a spam message.
Do that. Just don't say, "Hey, how are you? I want to chat." I won't respond.
It ain't gonna happen. Go away.
Just put your message. At least send a big message, like what you really want. Like some people, they just like message, "Hey, how are you?" I was like, "Why do you care about
it?" You tell me why I care.
I don't care. So if you want to have some kind of quality conversation about anything, like regarding modeling or mental health advocacy or anything, just explain me in one big text. Only then I know the intention. Otherwise, like I won't be knowing anything. So
That's pretty fair, I think. Anyway, everybody can expect that for
Yeah.
sure. Make sure the message is clear before you send it. So, one final thought that I get everybody to kind of do is if I know you're not a TikTok guy, but if one of your video blows up, or if you're on Instagram and you hit 1 million followers overnight, what would be something that you would want to tell a big audience? Like that would be one big thought.
I think that people are often getting attached to everything and everyone. Like even if you're taking our phone or even on like TV or even our family or girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever it is, attachment is fine, but that also kind of creates some expectations, which if it's not fulfilled, you will start getting disappointed and you will start feeling that pain, right? So for me, I started to, after following spirituality, I just realized like detachment is the only medicine, like emotional medicine for me to survive my life without getting attached. Because when I'm detached, I won't expect anything. I just help people without like kind of asking anything back to me. Because during attachment, if you're kind of expecting something, there won't be unconditional love, right? Like it somehow stops because you're expecting and you start to feel disappointed. But in detachment, you won't have any expectations. So you just shower your love to everyone and like start to help people. So I feel like we should have attachment, but not too much.
Sure.
And make the detachment as the constant emotional care and work in your life so that it will also help you both professionally and personally to tackle any issues in their life. And I guess that's the only thing people are missing in their lives is that they're not being so friendly, they're not being lovable, they're not well understood, they're not felt. So I guess if there's something, a bond between that detachment and our personal mind, it will just fill the gap in society.
Cool. No, that's awesome. And I think that's a good point because, people can get lost in, needing somebody or something too much and it doesn't take them where they want to go. So, but
I guess that's the reason too why there are lots of problems in relationships.
Sure.
Lots of breakups, lots of divorces, because lots of expectations.
Yes. Yeah. Got married a while ago, quite a while ago. And we learned that pretty fast that, it's about giving to the other one and forgetting about the expectation stuff. So.
Yeah, it should not be like a give and take, right? And it's like a business.
Yeah.
It's not a business. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. No, those are great advice. Thank you so much, Nabil, for taking some time and joining us. I know your schedule is full, but we do appreciate you making an evening for us, and we look forward to catching up with you down the road somewhere on the podcast and seeing how you make out with the app and your doctorate and all those things in the end. So I guess we'll say take care and thanks for jumping on tonight. So
thank you for this opportunity, and I hope like you will create a big impact using this platform because there are so many artists and influencers who are talking in your podcast. So I hope there will be some impact in the industry.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to seeing all that impact together. So right on. Take care.
Hey there. Really appreciate you joining the Influencer Insights podcast today. If you've enjoyed this episode, I just would ask that you share it with a friend and give the video a like or the podcast a rating, whether you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or your favorite other player anywhere else. That really helps us share the message and grow this community as well. So thanks for that. Take care. Have a great day.